Hey yo, and welcome to Politibrawl. My name is Brian, and my friends over at Jaywalk Media do a man on the street in Georgetown, which is in Washington D.C., and they get the first scoop of these liberal women having a complete meltdown over the election. But before we dive in, I want to give a quick shout out to our great sponsors over at Colonial Metals Group. Even though Trump has won and the stock market's rising, we have to protect against potential inflation and, of course, protect against potential problems in the future. So invest in gold with Colonial Metals Group. Now, let's dive in.
Can I ask you guys what you think of Trump winning last night?
Disgusting.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sad.
Can we ask you what you think of Trump's victory?
Speechless. It's a tragedy for me.
Hey guys, we are in liberal Washington D.C. today, the day after the election. Trump won in a landslide last night. We're asking all these liberal D.C. residents what they think about Trump's victory. Let's see what they have to say.
Devastated.
Why are you devastated?
Because I think he's not going to be the best leader for this country.
Were you surprised? Did you think Kamala was going to win?
No, I wasn't surprised, no. I'm devastated but unsurprised.
What's your message to all the Trump supporters that voted for him?
You're going to get what you deserve, honestly.
Can't stand Trump. The man has no manners, no decorum. Yeah, very, very sad.
Did you think Kamala was going to win? Were you confident going into it?
Not completely, but hopeful, very hopeful.
What do you think is going to happen over the next 4 years?
I think the country is going to become much more constrained in terms of females' health rights. I think books in kids' libraries that tackle topics like transgenderism, whatever, are going to even be more restrained. I think it's just going to be a big tightening of society.
Okay. That's a bad thing, you think, like kids not having access to books about transgenderism?
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's life, real life. They just want to pretend that everybody's binary.
Okay.
They're not.
I'm very happy for that.
You're very happy? Why are you happy?
Because America is going to be great again.
You think he's going to make America great again?
Yes.
Speechless. It's a tragedy for me.
Tragedy?
It really is, yeah.
What do you think this country's going to be like over the next 4 years?
I'm scared to see how it's going to turn out. I think we're going to descend further. We're going to stray further from democracy than we have in the past. I think that our economy is going to end up far worse than anything that could have been perceived under Kamala.
What is your response to Trump winning last night?
Oh, my response is sadness, disappointment, but I think our country should have done more to make sure someone like that didn't get reelected, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think this country is going to be like over the next 4 years under Trump?
I have no real idea. I felt like under him, the first time it was crazy because we had COVID. This time it'll be our first time really seeing how it pans out genuinely with the Trump presidency, with businesses open and trying to operate and things like that. So I have no idea, but I'm hopeful, to be honest.
Hopeful?
Yeah.
Were you confident that Kamala could win it? Did you think she was going to win?
And I had a lot of doubts. I didn't like her running mate, and I really believe she should have used a running mate that reflected, other identities, like someone in another race or sexuality, and I think that weakened the campaign, to be honest.
Do you think like Tim Walz being like a white guy was an issue for her?
Yeah, I felt like kind of like a Joe Biden stand-in and appealing to like that older demographic, but using someone younger, someone black or female or gay would have been, I think, a very powerful statement.
Do you have a message to all the Trump supporters that voted for him? If you could tell them one thing.
Well, educate yourselves. Although, as an American, I do respect their right to vote for Trump, to be honest. And I lived in I lived in a red state for a while. A lot of them are undereducated, and a lot of them are just simply don't have the privilege of education, good education.
Just sick.
Oh, you think it's going to be a bad thing next 4 years?
Oh my God, it's a nightmare.
What's your message to all the Trump supporters that voted for him? What's your reaction to Trump winning last night?
Very happy.
You're very happy, okay. Awesome, the first one we've heard. Can we ask you guys your reaction to Trump winning last night?
MAGA!
What did you guys think of the victory?
Best victory. We are so
We're
happy.
really happy, and we're so thankful. And now
We're
we
so
trust
thankful.
our country way more.
Trust our country.
Did you guys were you confident going into it that he would win?
No, not confident at all.
You thought they were going to try to steal it? Or?
Bus. Yep, I
I
thought
didn't think
so.
they were gonna let him win.
Okay. You guys are the second people out here. We've talked to a lot of people. Everyone is very sad today.
Oh.
Are you guys from D.C.?
No. Israeli.
Israeli, okay. Can we ask you what you think of Trump winning last night?
It's pretty great.
You think it's great? Fan-fucking-tastic.
Trump running the United States like a business. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Is that good or?
It's a good thing, but I'm not even mad at it.
Okay. You think the economy's going to be better if he runs it like a business?
Yeah. He treated fair, you know what I mean? Treat people fairly.
Maybe we'll have more money.
More money, you know what I mean? More job opportunities for other people.
Y'all, there's hope. There is hope, even in deep blue D.C. And it seems to be pretty much black men and younger white men who understand that, hey, let's see, better economy, more opportunity, less regulations usually are a good thing. Did you notice something about the majority of these people? Yeah, older white women. And I do want to talk about the black woman in a moment, and I'm actually going to give her a lot of props and compliments. But these women do not know policy. All right? They do not understand economy. They're out there basically on a shopping spree, and they've been so insulated. This is why I keep harping on rich white liberals. I saw someone the other day call them awfuls, affluent female liberal women. I thought that was really funny, but I'm going to keep it with rich white liberals because it's just easier to say. And they live in these sort of gated communities. They're away from everyone. This video was taken in Georgetown, I believe. And that area is home to a lot of college campuses, 2 big ones. And it's a very wealthy neighborhood. As I've been saying time and time again, rich white liberals, and particularly rich white liberal women, really hate Trump. And it's all because they like the idea of their grandchildren being able to be aborted. Seriously, that's the big one. Hey y'all, I'm not exactly looking at retirement anytime soon, but my parents are, and friends of my parents are, and I'm sure either you or someone you know is looking at retirement and wondering, what do I do? How do I help prepare for this in this economy with this terrible president and with a vice president who basically coup d'etat him and is now looking to run for president herself? How do you protect against this? Well, simple. You go over to my friends at Colonial Metals Group. They quite literally have something called the Retirement Package Plan. This plan backs your wealth with gold and silver accounts. And furthermore, you will have direct access to these accounts. So you're not at the whims of Wall Street. You're not at the whims of inflation. You are in command of your own destiny. As a bonus, qualified applicants can receive up to $10,000 in free silver, plus a couple of other little goodies that they're going to package up for you, and you're going to be able to protect your wealth and your retirement. So go over to this link in the description below at colonialmetalsgroup.com or call this number 800-203-0422 and see how they can help you prepare for retirement today by backing your account with gold and silver. Don't delay your retirement, folks. Protect the money that you earned with Colonial Metals Group. They're here to help. One of the others was actually talking some policy, and again, props to her. She at least has a mind enough to talk policy instead of freezing up and going, I'm so scared, I'm so frightened that Trump's going to give us a better economy. Ultimately, this one of the ladies was actually talking some policy, but we are not going to be taking things out of certain libraries. We just want them away from the elementary school kids, okay? Stop giving our kids your propaganda. Middle school, we can start having a discussion. I'm sort of against it there, but I can understand why you might have some of that. Because that's when the kid's starting to go through puberty, things are very confusing. It might be the answer. I don't think giving them trans therapy and exposing them to more LGBT issues is the right way, but it's possible that it can work. So I'm willing to talk about that. But she doesn't understand that we're not coming for the libraries, we're coming for the elementary school ones. That's it. That is the line. So just don't do it there. If our schools aren't allowed religious literature, okay, if there aren't 10 Commandments in the schools, that's perfectly fine. But if they're going to be secular, they're also going to have to be non-sexual. That's the deal. Honor the deal. Or else we're going to up the ante and start talking about the 10 Commandments again. Okay? You want to... You want to escalate on one side? Fine, we can start doing this again on the other. Okay? So, the last person I really need to talk, well, not the last, one other person I really need to talk about is the nice young black lady. She was intelligent, well-dressed, articulate, but she's the nice version of a liberal. And what I mean by nice version is the, oh, you just don't understand, you poor thing. Bless your heart. That patronizing tone is exactly why so many rural voters do not vote for Democrat candidates. Democrats often wonder, why don't blue collars like us? We support unions. We want better healthcare programs. We want the government in your business. We're going to help you. We're going to expand the social safety net. Part of it is we tried that with the Great Society. It failed spectacularly, mainly because we're so automotive. You actually take the cars out of the deal and make cities walkable, all of a sudden social programs can actually work. That's the historical trend. But we don't have that in America. And so if you want to look into, however, the problem is the new model for those walkable cities, yeah. Let's not talk about the World Economic Forum yet, shall we? Instead, let's talk about the condescending tone. It's the nice condescending tone. It's the elementary school teacher kind of tone, which I hated as a kid. I liked my teachers, but I hated being talked down to at times. And so, she's wrong on so many issues because she thinks that because she's been educated, she knows more. Some of the smartest people I've ever met never went to college. And when I say smart, I'm not talking about have a wealth of knowledge. I'm saying they understand better how to live. Actually, some of them, yes, they actually have a vast wealth of knowledge. A buddy of mine was a college dropout, and he was learning coding from like 7th grade. All right, the dude had a massive wealth of knowledge. And then one of my other buddies is a doctor. Okay, we grew up, we had similar experiences. One of them I have a YouTube channel, the other can code, and the other's a doctor. All intelligent people of similar mental wavelengths, and we all had different educational experiences. So she simply doesn't understand the logistics of how the world works. And thus, because she's been in such a bubble like these other women, she doesn't understand how the rest of the world operates. And so she has two options. To either go, well, I can accept the results, but I wish they had done better, like some of the more based people can do, or you can freak out like some of these people and either get really expletive, or just one of them froze like in fear. She was walking in one direction and she was so threatened by a question, she had to walk in the other way. That's a woman who needs to be in the house and not outside of it. I'm sorry, that's just the truth. Some people should not leave the house. She's one of them, okay? I'm not saying all women, definitely not. Definitely not. Not even the majority. But there are some people who need to stay under their family's protection. And these liberals just can't get outside their own bubbles. And it seems like the only people who understand what's really going on were the two Israelis who were visiting, the one young man and then the black dude. They all seem like they're outside of that bubble, and because of that, they know how the world actually works. And they know how to navigate it. That's really the difference here. So big shout out to you, Matt, over at Jaywalk Media. You are doing the Lord's work. Thank you for what you do. Y'all, my name is Brian. Hope you enjoyed this segment here on Politibrawl. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you on the next one. And until then, y'all have a good one.